we are flipping back into a super uptrend this year as the bottom. I have already a trade running here, $1,240 in profit right now. You know that we're going to resume the bull run. Hi guys and welcome back. Today I will show you multiple indications that are pointing to that Bitcoin is ready to go back to the upside. And once I have seen what I want to see, I will go today all in. If you want to know what I'm talking about, let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here today on this Wednesday. So today is CPI day, and I have a feeling that we're gonna get a really good reading today. So, and because of that, the DXY will keep dipping in my opinion. So we just need to wait here another 1.5 hours from my time zone until we get the CPI reading. So in my opinion, what will happen is once the CPI reading comes out, that the DXY will start dropping here into the 103 point level, and then over the following days we'll keep breaking it and will continue the downwards trajectory. The CPI reading that everybody is expecting here in the forecast is 2.9 from previously 3. So we would basically go back to the January reading where we also got 2.9. Last month we got a slightly higher reading, and then of course I had an impact on the price. Oh, sorry guys, I just saw that I'm out of the frame. So now I'm back in the frame. So, but I think there is a possibility that we even get a lower reading than 2.9 because real inflation is around 1.3 right now, if I'm not mistaken, and is steadily declining. So we could get a reading of potentially even 2.8. So if we get 2.8, everything will go crazy tonight. So if we get 2.9, also everything will go crazy, but not as crazy if we would get 2.8. So, but we will definitely not get 3 or something higher than 3 in my opinion. Something else that is pointing to a major move here to the upside for Bitcoin is still the CME gap here at the top side around $85,800. We got close here over the last couple hours to test the lower end of that CME gap at $84,000. But with a good CPI reading, this will definitely be closed here in the next coming hours. Remember, I have already a trade running here on ZoomX to $1,240 in profit right now. The Ethereum trade is slightly trying to catch up here. Again, if you want to trade on the best non-KYC platform, ZoomX is the way to go, guys. ZoomX is the way to go. So use the link in the pinned comment and the description to trade it with me together. And like I said, we have a new campaign also coming up. If you're just signing up here, I will have later a call with our manager about that to see when we can get going on that. When we're looking at the weekly chart, also here, Bitcoin is massively oversold here on the stochastic RSI. The RSI is already bouncing here back to the upside, and only the MACD this week needs here also to come and turn around. Most likely by the next weekly candle here in 4 days, you're gonna see that we have a lighter red candle down here, if potentially not even this week already, which will mark this year as the bottom, the current green candle that we are forming here on the weekly chart, and then the next candle will be the reversal candle that we are so much anticipating and waiting for. On the daily time frame here, the most important thing for Bitcoin to do today is that we're closing above the 200 moving average. We are already tested the 200 today, so we need here a move above $83,500 approximately. So we are only $300 away from that, not that far. So I definitely think Bitcoin can manage to do that, especially with a good CPI reading in just a little bit less than 2 hours here. So once we get a move above the 200 moving average, expect Bitcoin to attack here again the $90,000 level in the next 2 to 3 days. And once we are reaching this point here, we have then to wait and see if Bitcoin has immediately the momentum to reclaim this level and to start to form support and consolidate here and get a next leg to the upside, or if we need first a small rejection, consolidate below, and then get the breakthrough above that level. But also here you can clearly see on a daily chart, stochastic is about to print a buy signal, MACD is about to print a buy signal. The RSI goes a little bit sideways because we're running into resistance, so but this can change here really quickly. On the higher time frames, everything is pointing to a nice reversal and a potential final bottom in the short term from that candle formation over here. When we go into the MDX algo scalp gradients, also here you can clearly see the candles are heating up again. Also the react indicator is heating up again. So once we are breaking here above $83,600, we are flipping back into a super uptrend. Also here, once again, that will lead to a move into the golden ratio, which is around $90,937. I'm not expecting that we immediately break through that. We most likely will come back slightly below $90,000, consolidate, then continue higher. Unless we get like a 2.8 CPI reading, then we might just smash through that and turn this into support on the retest, consolidate, and then go higher from there. On the 4-hourly chart, what I'm also looking at is still this massive falling wedge pattern that we are forming here. So with a good CPI reading, I expect that we are kind of following this path here. That is basically just what I explained. But we will also break out a little bit prematurely, in my opinion, because the breakout window is over here. So we normally should not break out before we reach that point. So which is giving a little bit more merit to the fact that I'm saying, okay, we can get here out of that falling wedge pattern, but I think we're gonna come back in, get into the breakout zone, consolidate, and then get the next leg to the upside, because here on the 4-hourly chart, the stochastic is starting to be a little bit overextended, but we have a lot more room on the RSI, which could give us the fuel needed to actually break prematurely out of that falling wedge pattern. On the liquidation levels, also here we are starting to approach $84,350, where we have some, what is this, 50x, no, this is 100x leverage positions. But this is not really interesting for me. I want Bitcoin to move you all the way up here into the high leverage liquidity pocket of $88,500 to almost $92,000, because at the same time we are then above the 50 moving average again. You see the 50 is here slightly already turning around. So, and once we're above the 50, things are looking pretty good to get here in the next 7 days, our golden cross, which will lead to a move back into the $100,000 level. And I want to tell you here again, guys, this is not unusual in the bull run to see moves like that from Bitcoin also as low as we went, you know, so that doesn't mean the bull run is over. So of course we need now some confirmations for continuation, like a bounce on a weekly chart, a reclaim of the 50 moving average on the 4-hourly chart, a reclaim of the 200 moving average on the daily chart. But once this is all falling into place, you know that we're going to resume the bull run. And we have also historically still a lot of time left in this bull run to see a major gain. So when you look at the cycles, we are not even close to a Bitcoin top right now. So that is the other reason why I believe here that this is marking the bottom, and that we are getting here a massive reversal over the next coming days. So here on the liquidation heat map, also here you can see once we reach $84,000, we should trigger a short squeeze all the way up to $87,000. Again, I mentioned this yesterday, we could run there into a little bit of resistance, but if the pump is strong enough, we will just smash through that, go straight here to almost $90,000, and from there get then the small pullback before we get continuation here in direction of $95,000. And if you want to trade really conservatively, guys, while having exposure in the market and not lose money, then the best way to do that is here actually to trade on PIONEX. You still get here a lot of sign-up bonuses just for signing up, guys. You know, also deposit rewards. You know, if you deposit here, I think the best deal is if you deposit $500, you get $300 in rewards. You know, you get also trading rewards. And as you can see, I have set up now the bot, and the bot is slightly in profit, just a little bit in profit. My problem is I have not figured out yet how to share the bot with you guys. So look out for that. Sign up right now. And I'm gonna promise you until tomorrow, I'm gonna figure out how I can share my gridbot strategy with you so that you can just copy and paste what I'm doing here, you know. So, but for that, again, you need to sign up, get all the bonuses that you can get here, and then I'm gonna help you to make here nice money with a spot gridbot. When we're looking at the Bitcoin dominance, the Bitcoin dominance is falling today. That's why many altcoins are running at least a little bit, not insanely, but at least a little bit. Majority of the list is green. In my opinion, it will stay green over the rest of the day and actually get much greener. So here the falling wedge pattern is still intact, but I believe the next time that we break down from this will be the final time that we are actually seeing here a breakdown from that falling wedge pattern, and that will, rising wedge pattern. and that will mark then the final breakdown to the downside. So let me actually see, would that make sense to adjust this a little bit? Yeah, it would make sense. Yeah, once we are breaking below 61.3%, this time might be the time where we are finally getting that big move to the downside. The total free market cap is gone. I don't know where that chart went, but that's fine. The most important thing here for Ethereum right now on the 4-hourly chart is that you're looking at this downward sloping trend line. You have that across major altcoins right now, all over the place, that we have these downward sloping trend lines. Once this trend line gets broken, doesn't matter which coin it is, you can go long. So here that would be currently around $2,000 at the current price level where Ethereum is sitting, where I would consider entering here, $2,000 roughly. So here also the stochastic has still room to go to the upside. The RSI is going a little bit sideways because we are here also currently in a resistance cluster, and the MACD is bullish, printed here buy signal in in the prior 4-hourly candle. So here also right now, this looks like just a bottom consolidation before we get here a nice leg to the upside. So again, if you want to enter a trade, do it around the $2,000 level, something like this, and trade it up here into that resistance and have a stop loss kind of like this, the trading setup that I would be going for. So you have here just above a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. Your profit target would be $2,340. It's a short-term trade, guys, don't forget that, but this is what I would be looking out for today. So then the next one is Solana. As you can see on the daily chart, same thing. You have that downward sloping trend line. If you want to enter anywhere into Solana, so I would wait for a move above $130 before I would enter here a long position, and then here stop loss, take profit all the way up here. Again, a 1-to-3.6 risk to reward ratio here, all the way up to $153 with an entry at $130, your stop loss at $124. But only if you get at least a 30-minute candle close above $130. So also something else I see on the 1-hourly chart is that we're forming here an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and that has also more or less the same target here. If I go like this, see here, really close to the $153 mark. Again, if you want to trade altcoins, guys, in my opinion, the best place to do that is on a Bybit. Also, get a Bybit card, guys. I love spending money with the Bybit card. It is so convenient. Use the link in the description and the pin comment below for that. And I can tell you also there is still a lot of stuff coming. Also, I'm going to resume this Sunday to give away $500 to anybody that is signing up between today and Sunday on Bybit. So make sure that you sign up. Maybe I give one person $500. Maybe I give 4 people $500. We never know. But you need to sign up between today and Sunday on a Bybit to be eligible. Guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And as you can hear, I have a better voice and will see you with more money, most likely, tomorrow.